Lane has put together one hell of a staff, hasn't he, Bartoo?
He has, and the SEC money has kept it largely intact. If you notice, the coaching continuity for the Rebels is really solid, right? You haven't had many defections. You haven't had guys coming in and getting picked off. Yeah, and so yeah, I have Mississippi. I got them 9th in total staffing in the country coming into this season. So that number has been just slowly moving up. You got a top 15 head coach, right? You got a top 10 offensive coordinator. You got one of the best OCDC pairings in all of college football, let alone the SEC.
Is it the best in the SEC?
OCDC? No.
Texas?
No, the best, actually, the best trifecta, the best OCDC pairing is at Texas. That's Sarkisian and Kwiatkowski. And then you throw Banks in there. Texas has the best coordinator trifecta in college football. But yeah, again, right? You're don't try to chase perfection, right? Perfection is the enemy of great. And what you have at Ole Miss is great by national standards. And so you look at their offensive support staff, top 30, so that they could have some improvement in there. Defensive support staff at Ole Miss, number 8 in the country.
Wow.
This is one of the cool. Okay. Side note. This is okay. Now we're getting into some cool weeds here, because normally you have an offensive-minded coach. Those guys get fired because their defense is bad. The defensive coaching staff is bad, and vice versa. Defense can't hire offense. But here is one of those rare situations, about one out of every 3, where you actually have an offensive-oriented head coach who is also the play caller. That if you said, Dave, you got to bet on, if you said, what are you taking, the entire offensive side of the football or the entire defensive side of the football? If I was starting a program, I'd take Golding and the entire defensive staff over Kiffin and his entire offensive staff. I'm not saying either one's bad. I'm just saying that defensive side of the football, 1 through 5 of staffing, is top 10 in the country.
Damn. Okay, so Kiffin, top 15 overall head coach. Top 10 as an offensive play caller.
Way up. Even with his past, he has worked his way up. Phenomenal. Best story in head coaching in college football the last 10 years.
Best story in head coaching in college football the last 10 years. Lane Kiffin, going from the outhouse at Southern Cal, rehab to Bama, what he did at Florida Atlantic, parlaying that at Ole Miss, and he's winning big right now at Ole Miss. And there have never been expectations like this in Oxford. And we've had some years where there have been super high expectations. And then Bartoo says top 10 defensive staff, number 8 in the country with Golding and the group. How about that?